Ladies and gentlemen, Northwest's father.
What's good? Kanye, how you doing, man?
What's good?
Welcome to TMZ.
Kanye? Thank you so much. So, first of all, thank you so much for coming here and doing this. I want to start with what everybody is talking about, because I don't think people necessarily understand what happened last week with the Make America Great Again hat. So everybody wants to hear from you, and I want to have a discussion about it. What drove you to that? What was your point? What are you trying to do with the message you're sending?
Well, it was really just my subconscious. It was a feeling I had, you know, like people were taught how to think, we're taught how to feel. We don't know how to think for ourselves. We don't know how to feel for ourselves. People say feel free, but they don't really want us to feel free. And I felt a freedom in, first of all, just doing something that everybody tells you not to do. Like, you can't do it for this reason. You can't do this for that reason. So, and, you know, I'm not coming up here to justify anything. It's, you know, you can't tell me nothing. I made the song, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me what I'm, you know, supposed to do. And also, it's like the idea of icons and representations. You know, I don't subscribe to icons. You take like the Nazi symbol. If you go to India, it's all over the place, but it doesn't represent that. It represents something different. So for me to wear that hat means I want to make America great in my own way.
So,
yeah.
So were you wearing the hat specifically to show support for Donald Trump?
Or was it a bigger statement about free thought?
What? I mean, I'm an artist, right? So to ask an artist, there's infinite reasons. There's infinite reasons to the why an artist does something. An artist doesn't need suggestions. An artist needs paintbrush and a canvas. So this opened up a conversation. I'm probably gonna do the least good explanation of why. I'm just connected with the universe, period. You know, I'm just, and that's gonna come off whack. Don't try to wacko-jacko me for saying that, because that's what the media is trying to do. They're attacking me with these smoke screens that I'm not gonna fall for. Like, I see you got Daz Dillinger on here. So they put a media takeout that said the Crips have a hit on Kanye West, right? And I said, wow, this is really like the Malcolm X movie. They're really gonna send some black people to kill me. And then when I read it, it said the Crips are gonna beat Kanye up when they see him. And I was like, oh, that's so dope. They love me. That's like my brother. Your brother beat you up. Like, man, you getting out of line, bro. You tripping. I'm gonna beat you up. I was like, oh, man, that's love, man. Daz loved me, and I love Daz. And
so you're not taking this seriously?
That's how you took it when you saw the video of Daz saying...
Oh, you could live through an ass whooping. You ain't gonna live through, you know, what I think that they're probably the idea is to beat sense into me. But, you know, when you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all? You know, like, it's like we're mentally in prison. I like the word prison because slavery goes too direct to the idea of blacks. It's like slavery, Holocaust Jews, slavery is blacks. So prison is something that unites us as one race, blacks and whites being one race. That we're one, we're the human race. We're human beings and stuff. And eventually, you know.
Can I go back to something you just said? Because I don't want to let it pass. You said that slavery was around for 400 years. At a point, it becomes a choice?
Yeah, right now we're choosing to be enslaved. We're like, okay, so Ebro, I FaceTime him, and I'm there with Candace, right? And Ebro starts bringing up his version of facts, right? And Candace has facts. She's researched, right? Candace Owens has facts. She's researched. And then Candace just pulls out her Jedi lightsaber and just, you know, chops Ebro's head off with facts. Then Ebro FaceTimes me the next day, and he's talking about the scoop and poop. He wants to talk about music now. I said, yo, you gonna have Candace on your show? He's like, nah, I'm not. She's mean. So you're gonna stifle her voice, Ebro. You're choosing to enslave people's minds. You're choosing to not let the truth be free.
Can I give you my translation of what happened last week and tell me if it's right?
Okay.
The way I see it, you don't necessarily endorse, embrace the views of Donald Trump as much as you want to show people that they shouldn't be intimidated from showing their true feelings, expressing themselves freely, and that the hat is a lightning rod for this kind of free thought that is lost in our society because people get bullied and shouted down and they're intimidated to the point where they have to shut up. Is that fair?
It's the mob. The mob tries to tell you what to think. The mob tries to make all blacks be Democrats for food stamps and stuff. It's the mob. And by the way, you're just talking to the emotion. When you get Candace, ask her, she's going to drop you the facts.
We're going to have Candace on in a bit.
The kid, if you ask the kid that stood in Tiananmen Square in front of the tank why he did it, he might not be able to explain that. But you can't diminish that moment if I can't give you the direct explanation.
But that kid had a righteous point of view that he really believed in, and that's why he was standing in front of the tank.
My righteous point of view is free thought. Now, if you want to ask me, I don't have extremely strong political opinions. You could talk to John Legend if you want some political. I've never been into politics. I just love Trump. That's my boy. It's like so many rappers. You'll look at a video of Snoop Dogg loving Trump, but then he get in the office and now they don't love him. Trump is one of rap's favorite people, right?
But we talk about this, that before he was elected president, people in hip hop, it was an in thing to put Donald Trump in your rhyme somewhere.
And by the way, I am in hip hop, but I'm not just in hip hop. I'm a black person in the black community, but I'm not just that. I feel like one thing is people try to minimize me to artists, hip hop, black community. Yeah, I'm always gonna represent that, but I also represent the world. I represent not even the future, it's the now. We're in 2018. We're in the now, bro, you know what I mean? And I represent the now, and I represent what the possibilities of a new peaceful planet. We're at the beginning of it. You saw the North Korea, but people denounce that. And you say, you said this thing, you put this whole thing, people love to say all, every, blah, blah, blah. It's not that. It's 100 sides to every story. So if you talk about Trump, there's a laundry list of things that I don't have in front of me that my friends would text me or write me emails to say, he did this. Some of them Obama did too, but it wasn't, it's loud and say, wow, the room is quiet in here. The room is quiet now. So
you have their attention.
Okay, and then there's positive things, right? And that never comes out. That's when they refer to fake news because it can be skewed and stuff. It's like the media and the liberals and the echo chamber and all that is having the most sore loss of all time. That we're gonna just keep putting out. It's like torture porn. We're gonna keep showing you negative, when these are human beings. Even like with George Bush, people said don't apologize. I'm like, wait a second, I just saw George Bush pushing George Bush Sr. in a wheelchair and he just lost his wife. Do you know how bad I would want to go to George Bush and say, I'm sorry for hurting you. I was an artist, I was hurting when I went up to the telethon. I said something in the moment, but when I look at you as a dad and a family member, I'm sorry for hurting you. Think about Obama. Obama was the opioid to our pain. He pacified us, but he pissed the Nazis off even more. Hold on, bro. I'm on a wave right here.
Okay. All right.
You talk every day.
All right.
This is with the love. Give me a hug. I don't mean, but
it's
come on.
It's all good. It's all good.
Let genius be free. So we're going to go and talk. I want to talk to the guys in Charlottesville on both sides. On both sides. Do you know what Obama would say? He'd be like, man, if you're this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a white supremacist. I don't support white supremacy. By the way, white supremacy is a redundant statement in America. Whites are supreme in America. That's what we taught. I went home and my mom and my dad, wow, they're all in one. My wife said to my daughter, tell daddy what you learned in school. And she said, I learned that mama's white and I'm black. I said, damn, I wish I got the heads up. They said, no, we had to tell her because of Martin Luther King's birthday. But a white teacher told her that. So what does it mean to be black in America if a white teacher tells her that she's black? You might be Kanye West's daughter, but you black. My daughter was free. We start putting these ideas and ideals on people. That's why we are in a simulation. When you're 3 years old, 2 years old, you go and you hop up on a coffee table, and then your auntie that you don't really like comes to you and says, don't jump on that while you're playing. It's a coffee table. Now you're 3 years old. You don't care about coffee or a table. This went from being something that elevates you while you're playing to something that is a distraction, you know, I can't even find the exact word, obstruction to your joy. Now, by the time you're 30, by the time you're 40, by the time you're 50, how many coffee tables do you have in your life that you're trying to make everyone happy? People need to start worrying about themselves. If I go and grab some water out the fridge and I'm in the studio, I'm not asking nobody if they want water. I'm not assuming. If you want water, you saw me grab the water. You go grab your own water. We need to start being worried about ourselves and stop being worried about what other people think. And we have the right to free thought. And guess what? No, this is not the Malcolm X movie. No black person is finna touch Kanye West. We got love. Nobody finna touch me. Nobody.
Okay, so we're gonna take a break, but I just have to ask one quick thing. Based on what you've just said here, it sounds to me you got precisely the reaction you wanted by wearing that hat.
I didn't want a reaction.
You wanted a reaction.
No.
You knew there was going to be a reaction.
I knew there was going to be a reaction, but I'm just living my life day by day, doing what I feel and what the Spirit calls upon me to do.
But it also opens up this dialogue
people.
that you're not apologizing, because everybody else, when they make a statement like that, they end up apologizing because they're so worried about what people say on social media.
Well, you know why? You know why when I went to visit him the first time,
right after the election.
Yeah, and I took the tweets down and everything.
Yeah.
Because I was drugged the out, bro. I was drugged out. I was on opioids. 2 days after I got off of opioids, and I was addicted to opioids, 2 days I got off of opioids, I'm in the hospital, right? I'm taking hey, everyone listen to this, please. 2 days before I was in the hospital, I was on opioids. I was addicted to opioids. I had plastic surgery because I was trying to look good for y'all. I got liposuction because I didn't want y'all to call me fat like y'all called Rob at the wedding and made him fly home before me and Kim got married. I didn't want y'all to call me fat, so I got liposuction, right? And they gave me opioids, right? And I started taking 2 of them and then driving to work on the opioids, right? Then my boy, and I'd always ask my boy, you know, to hand me of his, you know, we on tour, give me some weed, blah, blah, blah. So he had to go give me the opioids. And there was talks amongst my camp, like, Ye's popping pills, right? So when he handed this to me, he said, you know, this is used to kill genius, right? So I didn't take it. 2 days later, I'm in the hospital. I was taking 2 pills a day at that time. When I left the hospital, how many pills you think I was given? 7. I went from taking 2 pills to taking 7. So the reason why I denounced, why I dropped those tweets and everything, because I was drugged the out, bro. And I'm not drugged out. These pills that they want me to take 3 of a day, I take 1 a week, maybe 2 a week. Y'all had me scared of myself, of my vision. So I took some pills so I wouldn't go to the hospital and prove everyone right. We are drugged out. We are following other people's opinions. We are controlled by the media. And today it all changes. You got Tupac and Lennon in that hallway. Today it all changes. We need to think how to think free. We need to be free thinkers. Then we need to learn how to feel free. People say feel free, but we don't even know how to feel free or think free. Say what you feel, positive or negative. I just got off the phone with J. Cole. He said, how you feel when they said the Crips is gonna kill you? I said, man, that was the headline. But when they said they wanted to beat me up, I said, that's great. They're my brothers. They love me. They don't want nothing to happen to Ye. They just want to beat some sense into me. I love Daz. I love the Crips. I love the Bloods. I love everyone.
But you and I have had a talk about this, Kanye, that you say you have to love everybody. I just don't believe that, because I think there are people who are evil and people who want to hurt you.
Yep.
And I think you've got to distinguish people, and however you want to do it, but you've got to distinguish this group from this group, or this person from this group.
Okay.
The people are not.
And you want to hear everybody's side, but
people are not.
At some point,
it's probably better just to have Harvey, because I got too much to say, and when y'all both say stuff, y'all just gonna confuse my stream of thought.
Okay.
I love you, but you can sit here. That's cool. Now I was gonna.
Thanks.
I was gonna stand on this chair right now, right? You know why I'm not standing on the chair right now? Do you all remember an Oprah Winfrey moment? Mm-hmm. What do y'all remember, Oprah Winfrey? Who's that? Tom Cruise. He was in love, right? He jumped on the couch, and what happened? Now he's crazy. So because of that, I'm not gonna hop on my coffee table.
He's also a Scientologist.
Does that, okay, that makes him crazy?
A little bit.
Okay, so you're more crazy to be a Scientologist. So Scientology is a lesser religion than any other religion, right?
They believe in aliens.
Wait a second. Scientology is a lesser religion than any other religion. That's what you're saying?
It's not believable, and it's not a religion.
It's not, so what's a religion?
Well, they're not classified as a religion.
And what's the reason for that?
Financial gain?
Oh, they don't have as much money as the church.
Yeah, you're going to lose this one, Charlie.
Yeah.
You're going to lose. You're going to lose this one.
I think we've gotten a little off.
Okay, so look.
No, hold on. No, what do you mean? We haven't. We're on now. We're on now. You remember I gave the. How many people are feeling? How many people felt something that I said today? Raise a hand if you felt something that I said today. Do you feel that I'm feeling? Do you feel that I'm being free and I'm thinking free?
Yes.
I don't think you're thinking anything. I think what you're doing right now is actually asking stuff. And the reason why I feel like that is because, Kanye, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. But there is fact and real world, real life consequence behind everything that you just said. And while you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives. We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. Every day we have to walk into that truth while you choose to say things that, to be honest with you, dog, are nonsensical. You want to think freely? That's fine. I'll combat your free thought with my free thought, because mine is grounded in a reality that I have been given and a reality that I'm going to change, but I'm not going to do it by pretending that the enemies are on the same team as me. And frankly, I'm disappointed, I'm appalled, and brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real. That's the way I feel. Stand on all the coffee tables you want to stand on. Say whatever you want to say, but don't throw a stone, then hide your hand like the rest of us are just going to swallow it. Yay, be yay. I'm off it forever. Do you. But remember, the life that I live is as a real person. An actual person.
Now the thing is, he said he said grounded in reality. This reality has been forced upon us. It is a choice. Just like when I said slavery is a choice. The reality, we can make our own reality. We can talk about history, but not too long. We need to talk about our now, because we can fix and start loving each other now. I say we have no enemies. We don't have enemies. Black people have a tendency to focus and march when a white person kills a black person or wears a hat. But when it's 700 kids being killed in Chicago, it's okay. It's okay for blacks to kill blacks. But if it's a white thing...
I don't think anybody's saying that's okay.
That's no, wait.
There's been more focus and more marches.
That is a lie.
About
don't
whites
believe that.
killing blacks than kids in Chicago killing each other.
That's a lie. There are black people working.
There are no marches of
90% of black people getting killed are killed by other blacks.
That's a fact.
The black homicide rate is a fact.
That is a fact.
Black on black crime is a fact.
But there are black people.
Okay, now this is a problem.
Wait a second.
We have to. You're too far. You have to be closer to me.
I'm here right now. There are black people working every single day.
Brother, don't scream because it will make us look crazy.
I don't care how we look in front of this. You talking some. Come on over.
No, when you scream,
this is what I'm saying.
when you scream and you don't talk, it doesn't look right.
Let me just say something.
Let me impart this upon you.
Okay, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about because these are two different versions of somebody else's truth. This is two different versions of somebody else's truth. So he gets up and he's talking slavery, right? Okay, I'm not enslaved, so that it's like I don't mean to insult his reality.
No, Kanye, come on over.
I don't mean to.
I just wanted to give him a hug.
Right. Like I don't mean to.
No. I think he might want to fight me, but I want to give him a hug.
Okay, but like.
Let's finish conversation and then more.
What Kanye just
I love you, and I want to give you a hug. I feel like you want to fight me right now, but I love you.
I don't fight with my fist, man. I've been through that. This is what I'm saying.
So if I come over there, you're not gonna fight me?
No, I'm not gonna hit Kanye West and TMZ. Bro, you gotta be responsible, man.
Bro, I'm sorry I hurt you.
You gotta be responsible.
I'm sorry I hurt you, bro.
Your voice is too big. You gotta
I'm sorry I hurt you, bro. I love you, bro. I'm sorry I hurt you with my words, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I love you, bro.
Responsible, man.
Bro,
you gotta be responsible.
I didn't mean to say things that hurt you. I didn't mean to wear the hat out the blue and shock so many people and not give them a way out of the pain. I understand that gave him pain, that made him see pain. But guess what? When I went into the hospital, we're now in the hospital. TMZ is the hospital to fix the world. Obama.
Bro?
Yeah.
That's not true. Listen, first of all, calmly.
What's your name, though?
I'm Van. It's not true.
I'm sorry for disappointing you, Van.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Calmly.
Yeah.
What you said up there a second ago, the statistic on black on black violence is true. What they don't tell you is there are people dedicating their lives to working throughout the problems of black people. There are black people every day, boots on the ground.
Right now.
They're all over the place that are working towards this. Like every single day, people are trying to fix this problem. The narrative that black people don't care about black lives until a white person takes them is false. That is not true. But the problem is the people that are doing this work in communities every day, guys all over the place, they don't get the type of reverence, they don't get the type of shine, they don't get the type of light spotted on them. What I'm trying to say is while we're having all of these conversations about stuff that gets covered on the news, who's gonna talk about what doesn't get covered on the news?
Me. Hello.
Like to me, for me, for a lot of years, the dude that inspired me to be more than what I was in Baton Rouge, that was you. Ask everybody in this room for years, ask everybody in here, how many times we've had a Kanye West story and I've stood there the only person to defend Kanye West because what you meant to me, and then after that, you slapped me in my face by getting next to people who mean me harm and who don't even care about the fact, about being honest about the fact that they mean me harm.
I think that we have to get next to everyone. If we don't like Trump, we have to talk to them. We have to talk because Trump is a human being also, and he's in a very powerful position, and he's doing a lot of things to actually help business owners be able to go past all these fake laws and rules and things. I mean, Candace can give you the facts better than that, but we need to speak to people. Einstein says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So we keep on saying, I hate you, you. How are we going to get a different result out of hate? Why don't we just try love? Why don't we just try love? Why can't it be okay for an influential rapper in the black community to go up to the president and talk to him about how we can make a change one by one? We have the resources for a peaceful world. I believe that Kim Jong-un didn't believe that Obama was crazy enough to come at him. You know, sometimes you need some crazy to change something. Steve Jobs was crazy. Now we all on Steve Jobs' phones. They say Trump's crazy. They say I'm crazy. But I'm here to show love, and we're gonna make it through. I know I disappointed you today, brother, and I know I disappointed the black community when I wore the hat, and I'm sorry for disappointing you. But like I just told J. Cole on the phone right now, it's a bigger plan, and I'm just doing what the universe told me. Now, I'm not drugged the out, but I did pop a 911 yesterday before I got here to make sure I didn't prove everybody right. So I do think that pharmaceuticals can be extremely helpful. Everything in moderation, though.
Kanye, we are going to take a break right now. We are back, and one of the reasons I wanted to do this was forgetting about particular views, issues. The reason I was really interested in doing this with Kanye is because he got me thinking about the notion of free thought, which honestly, on that level, I completely agree with him. I think free thought is almost dead in this country, that people are bullied into feeling a certain way, and if you don't believe what somebody else does, they will bully you and boycott you and try to kill you. And that's what I was connecting with, not specific issues, but you tell us what the root of all of this is. What are we talking about? Are we talking about free thought, free love? What is it?
It's free love. It's the spirit. You know, you had, in the office, you had Tupac and John Lennon on the wall. I don't want to be the third one, but I'm willing to be the third one for free love on that wall. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I hear what you're saying.
If I say I love Dr. Jan Adams that performed surgery, my mother's final surgery, people don't want to accept forgiveness and love. Like even Harvey, you said you can't love everyone when we talked about the Jan Adams.
And I believe that.
But does God want you to love everyone? Well, first of all, do you believe in God? Do you
yes,
believe in
but I don't necessarily think. I know people say that, Kanye. I don't know. I don't know where that comes from.
If you start thinking about love and start feeling love and thinking about forgiveness, then you can overcome things.
I was able to talk to Kanye last week at some length about this, and it really, and so honestly, this is what inspired me, that I think you're right, that we are a country of intolerance right now. And as long as we are so intolerant that we try to kill people who disagree with us, we are going to destroy ourselves. And you got me thinking about this, and I've been obsessed with it. I think about it in the pool, I think about it at the gym, I think about it when I'm walking, and I think about it at work. And I've been thinking about this, and I think it's a really valid point. That said, there are people out there who still want to hurt you, and the question is, how do you break the wall down, and how do you come together? Right. But I don't think it's necessarily by saying I love you.
Right, and that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Okay, we have free thought. I disagree. I think love conquers all. I think love, I know, not think. I know from the bottom of my gut and my soul and my spirit and my subconscious that love is the strongest force in the universe. And right now, we need love. We need the moment when North Korea and South Korea connect. We need the moment when we go down to Charlottesville and we go down and visit, go to those houses. We need to break down race. We talk about race so much, we don't even talk about class. I want to talk about class for a second. There's a class war happening right now too. And the class war might be, the class war is one of the reasons why Trump won, because Obama was so high class that it stopped speaking to the middle and the lower class. He's so classy. And to break the class system, we have to start by loving ourselves, because what you say to somebody is a reflection of how you feel about yourself when you put that energy in the world. I love myself. What you are seeing is actually, this is the most confident I've been since my mom passed.
We're going to talk about something that I know you said you had this conversation with Kanye. I'm obviously personally very interested in this, the concept of that black men have to be perfect at all times.
It was just a point about Hollywood and the media perception of black men. This perfect idea of superhero with Obama or Michael Jordan. I want to show people that it's okay to screw up and you still can make it through things.
We are out of time, but I got to say, one of the reasons I wanted to do this, people can disagree with, lots of things in this world, and, I don't agree with everything you say for sure, but what I love what I love is the idea of talking about something that is really lost in this country. And I know you say free love, and that's important, I know, but free thought to me is hugely important. And I feel like we've lost it.
Do you believe in love?
I do believe in love.
Do you believe love can conquer all?
I believe love can help.
Just be honest.
I believe
be honest. You said it in this room, and you
I
don't
believe love
that.
can help, but I don't think it can conquer. So. I think reasoning. I think the brain is as important as the heart, and I think that until we allow our brains to open up and use the capacity that we have, and not feel straitjacketed, you're never gonna conquer this world with a heart. In my view, you are a hugely important person, and your voice has to be heard. Your voice has to be heard. Thank you for the time.
Thanks a lot.